community. I am super excited to be here because I get the opportunity to speak with the amazing Rynette. And why I'm super excited and what is she going to talk about? Who is she and all this kind of great stuff? She is the visibility queen. She's all about telling others and reminding us that we need to put ourselves where we see ourselves, and that means putting ourselves in spaces and places where we are being seen, where we are being noticed, where we're having opportunities to speak up, to show up, to show our passion. Now, I know it's easier said than done. I know it is, but this is it. It is it. It's all about knowing the proper tools and tactics and strategies to get that visibility. Because I don't know about y'all, but a year ago, you would never catch me on something like this. But it was all built through mentorship, having the building up that courage and confidence through strategies and tools and skills that really got me to here. And doesn't mean that I'm done yet. And this is why I'm so excited that I got the opportunity to meet and discuss with Rynette, because she is the visibility queen. And there's one thing that I know is hard for us is to be consistent with showing up. So Ms. Rynette, I would love for you to introduce yourself, tell us about your business. What are we going to be talking about? She's going to be talking twice at the summit. She's going to be talking on the Friday virtually. There's going to be one snippet. Don't think, oh, I could come just to Saturday and I don't need to hear Friday. Honey child, you're going to miss some great information that she's going to be talking about on the Friday. That's going to segue into our in-person in-person event on the Saturday. Yes, it'll still be virtual, but you'll get the chance to actually meet and in the flesh. So I'm going to hand you over the mic. Please tell us about your business and what you will be presenting.
All right. Hello. And thank you so much to Crystal and you and the Mom Link for the opportunity to come in front of the ladies and share. Because one thing I know that in order to go up, you must show up. You have to be visible. So my name is Rynette Upson-Bush. I am the CEO and founder of the Next Level Nation and a group that I coach called Next Level Chicks. Yes, I have my little shirt on. But in order to really move forward, one of the things that I had to do was learn to show up. And many times we show up here and there sometimes, and then you become ghost, like this hidden figure, and people don't know you. And so one of the things that I do is I'm a visibility coach. And I believe that everybody was born for a purpose. And I help you to get an alignment for your assignment by showing up as your best self, no matter what people have said to you, no matter what has happened to you. If you are an entrepreneur and you have a gift and you have been given this gift, this talent, and you've been assigned to do this and you not showing up, that's not good, because people are missing what they need when you don't show up. Now, I know many times a lot of people feel afraid to get visible, to show up for themselves. They're worried about, what people will think. They're worried about how they will look. But what I want to tell you today is do not accept, any excuses. Do not accept those things that are coming in your head and your mind. We accept the opinion of others. We accept that, oh my God, I'm not good enough. I'm not smart enough. I haven't been doing this long enough. I don't have this degree. I need this. I need that. What you need to do is show up. That's what you need to do. Because you're never going to go up or get to the space and place you need to get to if you choose not to show up. You have this dream. You have this goal. You have a vision, which many people have those, but that's all they say. And you know that you want more. So first of all, thank you for being here, because you are invested in yourself. Investing in yourself is not just about money. Yes, you do need to invest some money sometimes, because without a transaction, there is no transformation, okay? You got to get help. And a lot of us spend time on the DIY and I got to do it myself. And then you do it yourself. Then you question yourself. Oh, my God, well, I don't know. And then somebody tell you, girl, what you doing that for? That don't even make sense. Girl, you shouldn't be doing. Girl, I keep my job. And they start to get in your head. And so you have to understand that you can't keep it in your head. You got to get out there. You have to show up. It is your responsibility. It is your duty to show up for your assignment. And so don't allow yourself to get caught up, mixed up, discombobulated, and turned around because people are telling you what you can't do and where you can't go. Okay. Do not accept those things that are in your head, those opinions, and those things keep you in a prison. And then you're going to live the life of woulda, shoulda, coulda. Oh, I should have did it. Well, I would have did it when you could just do it. How about that? Just show up.
Yeah.
It's about being visible, you know? And so I'm coming on Friday to talk about the 7 sexy keys of visibility, okay? Because there are keys, there are steps to it. And I know sometimes it's scary, but baby, you know we got to do scary things. We have to do hard things. Everything is not going to fall in your lap. It's not going to happen like poof, it's magic. No, that's not how it happens. You got to do the work, and part of the work is showing up. So on Friday, baby, Friday, I need y'all to show up. The 7 sexy keys to visibility is what I shall be talking about. And guess what? You don't want to miss it. Okay, that's
Friday. I second that. It's all about putting yourself where you see yourself. This is a great opportunity to show up without having to feel like you have that risk of monetary loss, because first of all, it's complimentary. Secondly, I know a lot of people worry about that showing up of a waste of time. And I'll tell you, stamped, tried, and proven, what we've been doing behind the scenes, this is going to be one of the best Q4s for you because you chose to come and show up to this summit. And I always say too, a lot of the information that I've gotten that's helped me grow in my life was actually at spaces and places that were free. There's spaces and places where others that would have the naysayers say, oh, that's free, you don't need to go. Why don't we go to the party instead? Or why don't we do this instead? You didn't put any money to it, so don't worry about it. Exactly what you said. You block out those that are not aligned with your goals, with your commitment, and you need to make that conscious decision to show up. But what I'm loving, Rynette, is yes, I'm learning this, but exactly what I just said, I'm learning it. I'm still learning it. So I'm excited to get some sexy keys to more visibility. You don't have to threaten me with no sexiness, because that's what I'm all about, right?
Okay.
You know? And then that's about visibility. And I love that you just said about the fact that a lot of times we don't show up because we are worried about other people's opinions. You know, we worry about that more than the failure itself. But when we have these keys, these tools, these mentors like yourself that can remind us and give us the opportunities, the guidance to put those blinders on and keep our eye on the prize, which is what we are destined to be, is like you said it. This is why this is a must to come and speak and hear from you, because we could be that one person away from changing our entire business. So I would love to know, Rynette, on day 2. So you're going to be going virtual, but you're also going to be speaking day 2. Are you planning on any little surprises for the people that have taken that initiative to actually physically show up? Because that is another part of showing up too, as well, is actually putting yourself there.
Absolutely. I wanted to say something though before I go to the next day or the second day. One of the things that you said was very, very good. And I know if you signed up for this virtual summit, you really need to be there. And many times people sign up just like you said, and they're like, oh, it's free. And so now people have made free an optional thing. This is your business. This is your assignment. So why would you not show up? I mean, the Mom Link is amazing. They have all kinds of things to help grow you and show you how to move forward. So know that they will not just be bringing you anything. They will not be wasting your time. You're wasting your time if you're doing something else instead of showing up for what you signed up for. Because like I said, a lot of people make free optional and they're missing out. So do not miss out. Yes, you need to have the transaction at some time, but at some point you have to show up, even if it's in free spaces, because that's a part of you going up, because you got to show up. And when you show up and do the work, and that's a part of the inner work, when you're getting that information, when you're hearing from people talking, the mentors, the coaches, the consultants, all of that, that is helping you as well. So that's a part of visibility. It's not just by getting on the camera. Visibility is also showing up for you. for
Yes.
you, because you need to show up for what your assignment is. And when you don't show up and you signed up, you are doing yourself a disservice. I had to put that out there. Okay.
I love that you did. I love that you did, because people need to be told it cut and blank, cut and dry. You got to show up. And I love the part that you said, you got to do the work. I always say that what we do here right now, it's voluntary. It's voluntary because we know that there's greatness in us all. And we know that by us doing the work, by preaching, speaking, and walking and talking what we believe in, the universe is listening. The universe is loving it. So there's no such thing as bad karma when you're walking in the truth by taking that action. So for us showing up, us doing the work, giving these opportunities to serve you, the universe is saying, thank you, you're welcome. Here's what you've asked for. So I love that you talked about that, because yes, showing up, getting that information, and most importantly, taking that committed action. You're going to get some great information, and then it's going to be up to you to take that action. That's the universe saying, here you go, you're being served. Are you taking that work? And that's what I love that you just said that, because you got to do that work too. So yeah, and I've also been told and heard, and I could see why you like coming in here, Rynette, is that you're a true believer in connecting, collaborating, building up that woman empowerment within ourselves. I would love to know, what is your experience with that, or why is that your passion? Let's just talk about it. Let's talk about it.
I believe that connecting, collaborating, and celebrating one another is so very, very super important. And as women, for so long, there's been competition only. And so when we have just competition and people going back and forth and you knocking down and tearing down others, that's not going to help you to grow. And so that's so important. And I would tell you, I grew up seeing the glass half empty, not going anywhere. My mother told me, don't trust women, baby. They are losers and users. Don't be bothered. And so I had that whole mindset for a very long time. And when I decided to start a business, I was struggling with this. I always had self-confidence. That was never the issue. Self-confidence was, I was good at that. As I grew up. That was work too. But when some ladies from church kept asking me about coming to a women's empowerment event, and because of my mindset and where I was at the time, I was like, do they really think I'm coming to paste some pictures on a board and just hear people talking? I can do that by myself at my own house. And they just kept coming on. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go to this one time. And if they bother me again, I'm going to just tell them, no, I ain't doing that no more. That's exactly what I said. But can I tell you, when I went to that women's empowerment event, it was a success conference. That was the one thing that changed everything in my mind, my business. I immediately signed up for a coaching program, and I started digging in and diving in. And I was like, oh my God, because I saw so many women that were doing the thing. Because normally when people when people say, oh girl, I did this and I'm making this, oh, they lying. That was my whole, oh, they lying. They ain't making that. Yeah, whatever. That was my whole, but that's how I grew up. And so sometimes, we have to change that trajectory. We don't have to hold on to those traditions. And so I say, screw traditions and make your new traditions, your own traditions. And so I am on a trajectory of changing the world, impacting lives, doing the thing. And it's because I did that one thing. I stepped out of my comfort zone because, like I said, I really didn't trust women. I really didn't believe in even being around them, because that's how I grew up. That's what I was taught. And so the fact that, I still sometimes oh my God, I get to do this. Whoa. I'm working with women. I coach women. I speak to women. I teach women. And so that's still in my family, where most of them feel like, what are you doing? Oh my gosh, she got everybody's her friend. She think they're her friend. She got too many of that, and this, that. So it's always, that negative aspect. Yeah. But my thing is, you know what? If you don't have nothing good to say, you don't need to talk to me, because I don't want to hear that. Because I know that I was assigned, and I came to life when I was able to understand that, you know what? I really was called to do something different. And you know what? It is okay to collaborate, to connect, to celebrate other women, to tell them that they're beautiful, to tell them that they're doing a good job. And when you connect, collaborate, and celebrate, all you can do is go up because you're connecting with people. And so your connections, you know, they say your network is your net worth. Yeah. And so that is really just a great thing. And I'm so happy that like these ladies kept, I mean, and they kept going. And I was like, oh, they get on my nerves. I wish I didn't give them my phone number, like, and I was constantly complaining. And I tell you, my decision, and the reason I made it, it was a success conference. It was $997. And I was like, Shabba. And so they put it, because I was a member of the church. It was for everybody because the lady, the pastor was a life coach. So for church members, they made it buy one, get one free. And I said, girl, I told my friend, I said, girl, you want to go to this? I said, because I ain't about to pay the $997, but if we have it, we can do this. Not only we did that, and both of us signed up for the first coaching program that was $6,000. Like somebody that didn't even want to be bothered. I was so excited, so ignited. It was a 4-day, 3-night conference, and it was super, super amazing. And so that just, whoa.
Oh, that sounds like a alert.
I have my phone off. It's an Amber Alert.
Yeah, that sounds like the Amber Alert. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to turn it off. I have my phone off. It's just coming through anyway.
You know, one thing about those, I don't even complain about them because that's an alert, so it's all good.
Yeah. So I'm happy that you know I get to do this, because I never thought this was not the thing that I thought I was going to do. I had no clue. And so even the part of being a speaker, that, I mean, how that happened, everything happens for a reason. And so when your mind is telling you, go, 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 and you keep hearing it, go, go. I don't care what you have to do. If you know that you are an entrepreneur, you have this gift, this talent, and your mind is telling you, you need to do something. But then you hear this other side saying, girl, you better say, girl, sit down somewhere. Yeah. I'm not doing that. Tell that inner critic to sit down, okay? Yeah. And so you can show up for your assignment, because that was what I did. Even though I didn't want to go, I was talking to myself. I knew I wanted better. And so I really didn't know how to get to it. Success does not happen alone. Please understand that. Even though people look good and you see them, you know, later, y'all are seeing the story. No, y'all are seeing the glory. Y'all not seeing the story. So don't look and think, oh, they did it, but no. Y'all didn't see the story, because it's a story behind every successful person. So please understand that. So it's very, very important, as your mind tells you that you should, and then you're hearing that you shouldn't. Tell that little girl, sit down, child, sit down. And sit down. And so you can show up for what you are assigned to do. That is so important. And like I said, every time I think about it, it's like, oh my God, thank you, God. I feel so excited and ignited that, you know, I get to do this. I get to do this, and I love what I do. But if I had said no to myself and no to that success conference, I don't know where I would be. I'm so glad that I said yes. So you owe yourself a yes as well. So say yes, choose to show up so you can go up. Now I'll talk about Saturday.
No, that was fire. Like, if you are not doing 2 snaps and not seeing, look what Rynette said. It was you're one person or one event away from changing your entire trajectory of your life. But it requires you to show up, to silence all of those negative thoughts or anything that you're so accustomed to. You know, the easy way out by doing what you're accustomed to. She said, forget all that. You know, oh, it's a risk to spend this much money, but you know what? What the risk was not attending, and it came out to flourish to now doing something that you absolutely love. I don't know, y'all. Are you hearing this? From having doubt into something that her vibration knew she needed to be in, she listened to that vibration. She showed up, and then she leveled up, I should say, rather. So that's awesome. So let's talk about Saturday now, girl. Let's hear about it. Can't wait.
So,
Meet with flesh.
okay, so Saturday is called the Shock and Awe campaign. Shock, y'all know.
Yeah.
And then awe is like AWE, to like awe, to wow, to amaze, to like mesmerize. Yes, that's exactly what it is. Because as an entrepreneur, okay, one thing I believe is that we were not called to fit into the everybody. We were called to be somebody. And so you can't come in here as the entrepreneur trying to fit in with everybody when you were called to be somebody. That's one of the reasons you have to show up. But you gotta, when you show up, you can't show up as everybody else. You have to show up as the amazing, awesome person that you were called to be. So it's time for you to shock and awe so that you can go to new levels. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to the people that are assigned to you. So I'm telling you, I can't talk too much because I'm not trying to give it away.
That's what I'm about to say. We're dangling the carrot right now. We're dangling the carrot. And we're not dangling it to tease you all. We're dangling because we want you to grab it. We want you to grab that carrot and take not even a bite. We want you to, yeah, I just went dirty with it because that's what we want you to do. We want you to get all in it. We want you to get all mucky with it, but in a great way because you are filling yourself up. You are bathing yourself in greater possibilities, greater opportunities, and most importantly, transitioning that dream, that hope that you had into reality, into your future. And I love that. Get them with that shock, wake them up, say, what have I been doing my life? And go, oh, yes, I'm ready for this today. Let the choir sing. Let's sing it to the people. Let's sing it to everybody else because we all know we're born great. That's why we're here. That's why God has blessed us with this beautiful life. And God wants to see us thrive. But God also puts these challenges because he wants that excellence to sustain, maintain, and build up that legacy. So if you're not coming on onto the summit on October 6th and 7th, just as Rynette said, who are you hurting? You're not only hurting yourself. You're hurting others that need to hear from you, that need whatever you have to offer, that need those things that you still haven't expressed yet because you didn't know that these opportunities were available to you. But we're serving it right to you. I don't want Rynette to tell us anymore because I could tell you she had, just from this little conversation, I could tell you she doesn't even have a bag. She has like luggages and briefcases and suitcases of ammunition, of greatness, of building out that visibility. Because just as I said, that's one of the biggest things that people are really stuck in their comfort zone is showing up and being consistent showing up. Oh, look at, there goes Camille on the Instagram again dancing. That's what we're thinking. In my mind, I'm like, there I go celebrating what I'm doing and I'm showing up for myself. I'm not listening to what that person's saying because that person isn't a part of my agenda of my greatness. But again, I only learned this for being in environments such as places like where Rynette's going to be at the EmpowHER Summit, other summits. It's all about your environment too. So if you want to change the trajectory of your life, it requires you to show up, get that knowledge, get those mentors and go in those spaces and places, and most importantly, take that action. So I'm super excited to get this coming weekend. And now we no longer can say, let's just say this, Rynette. If someone says, oh, well, I can't make it out to here, I can't make it. That's now a new excuse, given the fact that we have technology. You can be at the seminar, at the summit. I'm not going to say seminar, it's a summit because this is interactive on your phone. You could be on your computer. You could even be on your kids' iPads. You could be there. You could put it on, you could put the earbud in your ear while you're doing your work. Put those braids down. There's a strategic method to my braids at times, people.
Okay.
Let me tell you.
Oh my gosh. Yes, ma'am.
Sometimes I'm talking like meanwhile, I'm listening to a wicked audio book. So I'm telling you, there's methods to these madnesses when you create these madnesses by being around the magic. Right? Be around that magic and you'll get it. So I'm super excited, Rynette, for coming with this 7 sexy keys to visibility and the shock and awe. I know I missed that one. The shock and awe campaigns. I knew it. I was going to say community. Another C. But yes, the shock and awe campaign. I really am interested on both of them. but I want to be shocked and awe, and I want to I want to be taught too as well. So I'm all about putting myself where I see myself and doing the work. I am coming on my 50th anniversary weekend to come and be with y'all ladies, because as you said before, we are stronger when we work together, and we can, nobody is made self-made alone. So I'm ready to build with my amazing, amazing, amazing women that technology has now blessed me to get to know and help us all grow. So join us on October 6th and 7th. Virtually, the tickets are completely complimentary. The in-person is buy one, bring a friend. So it's buy one, get one free. And it's dirt cheap too as well, because we're not doing this for profits. We're doing this for profits. And when I say profits, profits in yourself, because that's what is going to come back to all of us. The infinite eight is when we continuously give out to others and serve. So I'm excited. And Rynette, do you have anything else left that you want to leave on the table here before our big, amazing summit?
The only thing I'm going to say is don't miss it. Show up. Know it's your time and your turn. Time to show up. So
your time and your turn. Oh, TT. I'm going to have to put that in an Instagram post. This is your time. It's your turn. Let me get my pen and jot that down. See what I'm saying? I just learned something right now. Could you just think about that, people? That little sentence, if I hadn't had this talk with Rynette, I would have not ever heard it. I'm already envisioning a content post on it's your time and your turn. Thank you for that, girl. Can't wait to get even more down on the weekend. So with that,
excited.
Yes, me too. So with that, we will continue on this conversation on October 6th. If you haven't as yet gotten your ticket, you could click that link. I don't know if you clicked the link, but I'll put it inside of the comments to get your free complimentary, your free ticket to the EmpowHER Summit. By registering, you also get a chance to win a trip to Vegas. And most importantly, you are allowing yourself, you are gifting yourself with even greater knowledge and even more opportunities. Got to show up, take the knowledge, and do the work. All right. And with that, we're going to snap us out, and we'll see you all this Friday.